shots ring out in the barroom night. It's a Patty Valley time through the upper hall. She sees a bartender out in a pool of blood. Cries out, my God, they've killed him all. Here comes the story of the hurricane. The man the authorities came to blame for something that he never done. Put in a prison cell, but one time he could have been the champion of the world. Three bodies lying there, does Patty see? And another man named Bello moving around mysteriously. I didn't do what he said, and he throws up his hand. I was only robbing the register, I hope you understand. I saw him leaving the stairs and he stopped. One of us had better call up the cops. And so Patty calls the cops. And they arrive upon the scene with their red lights flashing in the hot New Jersey night. Meanwhile, far away in another part of town, Reuben Carter and a couple of friends are driving around. The #1 contender for the middleweight crown had no idea what kind of shit was about to go down. When the cop pulled him over to the side of the road, just like the time before and the time before that. Madison, that's just the way things go. If you're black, you better not show up on the scene unless you wanna draw the heat. Albert Bello had a rap and he had a rap for the cops. Him and Arthur Dexter Bradley were just out prowling around. He said, I saw two men running, they looked like middleweights. Hopped into an outside car without a stained blade. And Miss Patty Valentine just nodded her head. Cops said, wait a minute, boys, this one's not dead. So they took him to the infirmary. And though this man could hardly see, he said he could identify the guilty man. 4 in the morning and they hauled Reuben in. They took him to the hospital and they brought him upstairs. The wounded man looked up through his one dying eye. He said, why'd you bring him in here for? He ain't the guy. There's the story of the hurricane. The man the authorities came to blame for something that he never done. Put in a prison cell, but one time he could have been champion of the world. Months later, the ghettos are in flames. Reuben's in South America fighting for his name. Well, Arthur Dexter Bradley's still in a robbery game. And the cops are putting the screws to him looking for somebody to blame. Remember that murder that you happened in a bar? Remember you said you saw the getaway car? How'd you like to play ball with the law? Think about it in that fighting that you saw running that night. Don't forget that you are white. Arthur Dexter Bradley says, I'm really not sure. Cop said a poor bugger like you could use a brew. We got you for that motel job when we're talking to your friend Bello. You don't want to have to go back to jail, do you? Be a nice fellow. You'll be doing society a favor. That son of a bitch is brave and getting braver. We want to put his ass in stir. We want to pin this triple murder on him. He ain't no gentleman, Jim. with just one punch. But he never did like to talk about it all that much. It's my job, he'd say, and I do it for pay. And when it's all over, I just assume be on my way up to some paradise where the trout she's throwing in the air is nice. And ride a horse along the trail, but then they took him to the jailhouse. They tried to turn a man into a mouse. All the Reuben's cards were marked in advance. The trial was a pig circus, he never had a chance. The judge made Reuben's witnesses drunk as from the slums. To the white folks and whites, he was a revolutionary bum. And to the black folks, he was just a crazy nigga. Nobody doubted that he pulled the trigger. No, they could not produce the gun. The DA said he was the one who did the deed, and the all-white jury agreed. Was falsely tried. The crime was murder one, and guess who testified? Bellow and Bradley, and they both only lied. And the newspapers, they all went along for the ride. How can the life of such a man be in the palm of some fool's hand? To see him obviously brave couldn't help but make you feel ashamed to live in a land where justice is a game. Coats and their ties are free to drink martinis and watch the sunrise. My Reuben sits like Buddha in a 10-foot cell, an innocent man in the living hell. That's the story of the hurricane, but it won't be over till they clear his name and give him back the time he's done. Put in a prison cell, but one time he could have been champion of the world. That felt good to get that off my chest.